Mark didn't do office parties ever. But tonight, something in Elena's gaze made him linger. She wasn't just looking at him. She was studying him, like she knew every secret he kept buried beneath spreadsheets and soccer runs. Then she whispered words that froze him in place. "Stay with me tonight." Why him? Why now? And what did she really want? Mark had never liked office parties. They were loud, awkward, and usually involved small talk that felt like sandpaper against his social skills. But tonight was different, or at least it had to be. His boss, Alina, had insisted he attend, claiming it was crucial for team bonding. He suspected the real reason was her fondness for drama and expensive champagne. He balanced his laptop bag in one hand and a half-empty glass of soda in the other, trying to appear casual among colleagues, laughing over holiday memes projected on the wall. As a single dad, he had learned the art of standing at the edge of crowds visible but unapproachable. Alina noticed him immediately. She was leaning against the snack table, a glass of wine in one hand, her other hand tucked into the pocket of her tailored blazer. She had that air about her, confident, magnetic, impossible to ignore. And tonight, she was looking directly at him. "Mark," she said, her voice slicing through the ambient chatter. "Come over here." He hesitated, glancing around. No escape route. He approached, taking a breath. "You called." She smiled, but it wasn't the playful smile she usually wore during meetings. This one was sharper, more deliberate. "I want to talk to you, privately." Mark felt his pulse quicken. A private conversation with Alina was rarely just about work. "Sure," he said, trying to keep his tone neutral. She led him to a quiet corner, away from the laughter and clinking glasses. "You're different from the rest of the team, Mark." Her eyes didn't just look at him, they seemed to see through him. "Responsible, grounded. You handle everything in your life, and you still show up here, on time. That's rare." Mark shifted uncomfortably. Compliments from her weren't inherently terrifying, but there was something unsettling in her intensity. "Thanks, Alina. I try my best." She leaned closer, lowering her voice. "I don't mean work. I mean life." Mark blinked. He wasn't sure he wanted to go down this path. His life was complicated, divorced, juggling 2 jobs, and raising a 7-year-old who thought broccoli was a sin. Vulnerability wasn't something he shared lightly, and yet he didn't walk away. Her hand brushed his arm, just lightly enough to make him notice. "Stay with me tonight," she said softly. The words weren't an order, but neither were they a question. They hovered in the air, heavy and intimate. Mark's mind raced. His usual instinct would be to decline. Yet something in her tone wasn't about a fling, it was about connection, about honesty. And for once, he wanted to feel seen, not just as the guy who handled spreadsheets and soccer practice pickups, but as Mark, the man, the father, the one who carried his life in his own hands and sometimes stumbled. He began, then stopped. Because tonight, he didn't want to overthink. "I don't want just tonight," he said quietly, surprising even himself. "I want time, real time." Alina tilted her head, curiosity flickering in her gaze. "Time, yes, to see if this, whatever this is, could actually work," he said. "I can't do casual. I don't do casual. Not when I have a kid waiting at home. Not when." He trailed off, gesturing vaguely at his heart. She smiled, a soft, real smile that made her eyes shine. "Then stay with me tonight. But not just tonight. We figure it out together." Mark hesitated a heartbeat longer, then nodded. It wasn't reckless. It wasn't easy. It was something new, a chance to explore a connection that respected his responsibilities while opening a door to possibility. And so, for the first time in a long while, Mark allowed himself to step away from the edges of life and into something daring, something uncertain, something real. Tonight wasn't just an office party anymore. Tonight was the start of something he hadn't dared to imagine, but might finally deserve.